Ray Epps. We're not watching Ray Epps. We've all seen Ray Epps. We know what he did. And instead of arresting him, they arrested Grandma. Apparently, it didn't go over real well with 60 Minutes either, because the only thing they really want to show is this guy, the officialdom, saying he's not one of us. So let's look at officialdom saying he's not one of us.
I don't want to be in the business of defending Ray Epps. I want to be in the business of defending the facts.
He wants to defend the facts, man. I've seen a lot of portrayal just to begin with. There's no emphasis. He's got his duh look on. There's a technical term for that. I'm going to look questionably at the facts and tell you the truth. People who plaster a look on their face to give you something, that's a portrayal, because that's not normal. There's emphasis, and there's one that can stay plastered, which is the believe me look. But even that moves a little bit. So shall we proceed?
Part of his work for the committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the Capitol, Tom Joslin reviewed evidence and helped author the committee's final report.
I think there were people on the hard right who were desperate for a scapegoat. They didn't want to say that their side did this. They didn't want to say that their president instigated this. They're just desperate to pin it on somebody else.
So was Ray Epps just some hapless Trump supporter who got caught up in some
Well, you sit there and see him doing the positive head movement with the interviewer. He's just a hapless Trump supporter who got caught up. Forget that Grandma was just following the crowd that looked peaceful to her at the time into the Capitol building and staying within the ropes of designated walking areas. I would think she would be a hapless Trump supporter too. But apparently she did not repent and denounce him, so she gets to go to jail.
outrageous conspiracy?
He absolutely is a Trump supporter who got caught up in an outrageous conspiracy theory. They're putting all the weight of this conspiracy theory, all of it, on his shoulders.
It's actually quite odd to sit there and watch him because he's got a smile on his face, but it's not a defined smile, like the lips are curled up, the eyes are lit up. You watch the skin on his cheeks, they slightly pull back. It's like it's in a constant pullback mode. It's a smile for all that it does. It gives you a facelift. That's why you look so nice when you smile, because you've given yourself a facelift. So you see this gentleman, he's lifted his face, not in the sense of a full-fledged grinning smile, but he's given himself a facelift. It's like, why are you so gleeful in an interview?
Ray Epps was an oath keeper, at least until 2011.
Yep.
And then you see the face kind of fallen prior to before. The cheeks are further down. You see more defined lines. It's not so nice to look at him anymore because the facelift is gone.
Flew to Washington for this rally.
Yep.
He was out on the street the night before the rally, sort of exhorting people to go into the Capitol.
Tomorrow, we need to go into the Capitol.
And on the day of the assault on the Capitol, he was there when they went through that first barricade.
Yep.
It seems like he was all in.
I think he believed in the cause of protesting what he and others believed was a stolen election at the Capitol. I'm not going to defend any of what you just said. It's all entirely accurate.
So where did that theory that Ray Epps was the man to instigate this incident, where did that come from?
It seems to come on the night of January 5th. There's another extremist who's nearby Epps and is talking to him and conversing with him, and he immediately starts shouting, "Fed, Fed, Fed."
Fed, 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 Fed.
At Ray Epps.
At Ray Epps, because Ray Epps is talking about going into the Capitol. Now, here's what's interesting. That same guy, his name is Tim Jeanette, he's brought up on January 6 charges because he actually did go into the Capitol, right? Now,
And he was so gleeful of that one. He did go into the Capitol. Well, technically, he broke through the barrier too. So he didn't step all the way in, but he still stepped there. As far as I knew, the law's the law. You know, breaking and entering isn't just breaking the window. Crossing the property line isn't just, a tippy toe. You crossed it. That's what it is.
you would think that if Jeanette was set up by Ray Epps, that would have been a very convenient defense, wouldn't it be, right? That he was somehow tricked or manipulated in doing this. But yet, no, that was never argued.
And so now we see some facial expression there, the emphasis come through. You see that same slight facelift, glee. Justice is supposed to be blind. And when you see people that are supposed to be blind to carry out justice, so gleeful, to put blame on others when, they're pretty much right there beside him and instigating trouble, it's not blind anymore.
Ray Epps has never been an FBI source or an FBI employee.
Why do you think that out of all of these participants. Ray Epps is the one that people on the right have tapped as the guy.
One of the things that's now prevalent on the American right is sort of anti-government extremism, this idea that the deep state and the government is colluding against the American people. This is part of a sort of an extremist ideology that says that the government is out to get the little guy, out to get the right-wingers, the conservatives, and will do anything, including setting them up at the Capitol to do so. It's that kind of mindset that lends itself to sort of the Ray Epps conspiracy theory.
So then you see a little bit of disgust at the end with the mouth and the fallenness. The facelift really isn't there.
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
If you'd like to learn more about analysing body language, there is a video course available on Mandy's website for Gold subscribers.